There are short trainings that those who can go to the universities can go and get. And after this training, some of these trainings are as short as 6 months. They come out, they get jobs with Google, with Facebook. These are highly technical trainings, short trainings. So is there a way the UK can help us with institutions that can come in and provide these kinds of trainings directly, or work with our trainers to give them the capacity to train Nigerians and give them these kinds of skills? Because if we must solve the brain drain problem, we must begin to give skills, right? When we give skills, the other end of it is to match the skills with job provisions, whether locally or internationally. Because when people have digital skills, they can actually do jobs remotely. And so we want the UK to help us provide jobs, for people who have been trained, with these technical skills, to be able to live in Nigeria and earn well. Now look at Nigeria's GNI, the gross national income, is quite low. Until we solve that problem, we can't attract investors. Industries can't grow. And if we don't solve these two problems, we can't employ people. And people will get frustrated and want to leave, right? We want some of those doctors in the UK to come back, right? Because the medical sector the health sector is messed up here. So we want some of these professionals to come back. But if we can't pay them, we can't make them come back. A lot of them want to come back. So the question is, how can you help us, fix things around here? So some of them, I know you don't want them to come back. So some of them can come back, right? Inflation is at all-time high of 24.1%, the highest it's ever been, right? We need to solve that problem. Okay, we must scale industries. To scale industries, we need foreign direct investment. We need funding for local businesses, to build more businesses. Now, when these businesses are built and products are made or produced, we need a market for this product. Now, the Nigerian buyer is almost the most unfortunate person to have as a customer today because of this problem of the GNI, right? The average Nigerian family is not earning enough, and so because of that, they are forced to draw the scale of preference. Now, on the scale of preference, food is topmost. There are certain things that have gone to the bottom of the list. That means that the industries that provide these services are dying. And so as they die, they lay off labor. As they lay off labor, we have unemployed people, unhappy people, crime rises, prostitution rises, and all of that. So we need to solve these problems. And you being a former colonial, master. I'm a happy to
So I'm not going to reply to every single one, but I am going to reply. Because the risk of some of the things you were asking us to do is sort of be the government, and we're never going to be the government here. What we can and we will and we do is talk to the government, give our best advice to the government. And I think the critical thing is to make sure that we understand what it really feels like for you, and what it really feels like for the population, to help us in those discussions that we have with the government. But there are things that we just can't substitute for, and I think we need to be honest about that. I think as part of that process, though, that we are, as you have seen, we're definitely interested in the investment side of things, in creating greater opportunities where there is that interest and where there's the money. So, for example, that issue of skills training, there are two routes into that, either through the development programme, which is a set of choices around a fixed amount of money, or there's a commercial route where actually that is commercially viable, or the Nigerian government or the state decides that they want to invest their money in it, and then there's a commercial opportunity for us to help you match that with the right sort of skills providers that exist. But I think it's really important, and it's definitely important for someone in my position to keep a very clear mental division between what must be the responsibilities of the Nigerian government at federal level or at state level, and where it is legitimate and where it's not legitimate for a foreign government to engage and work on those issues. So that's just, I think, for me, a really critical
Okay, so
advantages. Yeah.
I appreciate that answer, but I really want to finish up. So basically, what we're trying to say is that we need certain kinds of skills for our people. We need industries to provide jobs for those people, whether locally or internationally for people who will be interested in remote jobs. And thirdly, we need to scale industries, right? And so we're asking you to talk to different members of the business community in the UK who can to come invest here, to give us the foreign direct investment we need. We need some kind of funding. Funding is a problem. It's a big problem.